All right, who do we have? Stock Crypto, Oracle Man, Dusty, Marvin. What do we have here? All right, Stock Crypto, Rafat, A Good, Dusty Study, Oracle Man, Bob State. Oh, Bobby State. Okay. Diego, Marvin, AJ, Ulita, Faber, good evening. Sassy Smart, Lilene, Jerry, what's going on? Oh, check that out. Look at that, I got 20 bucks in my pocket. I got $20 in my pocket. I'm gonna buy some rags. Got $20 in my pocket. Amanda, Ron, Tajal, Mike Sweeney in the house. Jerry, what's going on? Good evening, everyone. My name is James. This is Dividend Stock Talk, brought to you by the 10-Minute Trader, where I invest in dividend stocks for weekly cash flow, looking for a simple, safe, predictable, and consistent 1% per week. Boy, what's happening, insider? Alrighty. Michael Hill, what's going on? AE, hi ye. Alrighty, so that being said, we are coming up on Christmas this Thursday. Oh my goodness. Have you ever heard of gamma exposure? Yep. Merv, what's happening? William McKinney says hi. Alrighty, William McKinney. Hi, hello, all that kind of nice, neat, fun stuff. Yay. Alright, let's do this thing. Okay. Is it accurate? I've heard of it. I don't know all the details. Sorry to interrupt. Yeah, heard of it. Don't know all the details, so no, I'm very limited on what do I know. Costa Nostra. Hey, Jay, what's going on? Yep, you're here. I see that. Cool beanies. Paul, what's going on? Alrighty. So, we are ready to go. First and foremost, let me share with you a few things. Number one, the end of the year is coming, and yes, I'm hoping to get my fund up and running by the beginning of the year. In January at some point in time, that'll be up and running. My favorite show, Cool Beans. Alrighty, thanks. I'm not quite sure how to take that, but alrighty then. So anyway, yeah, we're going to be getting the fund up and running this in the beginning of the year. We're going to be getting into the cryptocurrency, my own crypto. I'm not buying and selling crypto. No, I'm not. So don't ask me about it. But I do have I am going to be creating my own crypto. Okay? Now I'm using it to replace my dollars because I don't like the idea of the digital dollar, so I have no problem with that. GD, good evening, Merry Christmas. Thank you for the education. Alrighty. I hope it's working out for you. I really do. Now every once in a while I do hear from people telling me how good they're getting along, and some people a little unhappy that they're not getting along as much as they'd like to. Oh, I got a question, Barbie. Just so y'all know, my mom's, okay, I know I'm not the problem because I go out of my way to make sure I'm a good person. I'll see you later. Okay, I'm not quite sure what that's going to do, but alrighty. Up, down, trader, how are you doing? Alrighty. Dr. Dev is in the house. Okay, so we're coming up to the end of the year. So basically what's that going to mean is that everything, oh, hold on, let me do this here for a second. Come on over here. All right, now that's weird. There we go. Come all the way down to the bottom. Mr. Mark, what's happening? Okay, so down here where it says profit and loss year to date, in another week or so, that's going to go to zero because all of that happened this year. And it's January 1st, that resets to zero. We start the count all over again. So yeah, I'm looking for a simple, safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week. I know it's slow. I know it's boring. I'm here for cash flow. I'm not here for capital appreciation. Now, I appreciate you guys stopping in and say hi, all that kind of nice, neat, fun stuff. Yes, Cap, that was what it says. Yep, that's what it says. Let me get out of there. I'm sure you don't want to see that. All right, down, 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 down. All right, that being said, down, 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 down. All right, Almeida Capital, what's going on? All right, so that being said, I'm looking for a 1% rate of return on my investments every single week. Okay, now a lot of people come here and they want to get something that can change their life next week. Well, you're in the wrong place for that. I'm looking for 1% every single week. Now, 1% hypothetically should be enough. Well, works for me. Take care of my bills. Don Chandler, how are you doing today? So that being said, let's get going. I want you guys to give me some stocks that you like, and if you could, please stay on track. This is a dividend investing strategy, a dividend investing education, so to speak. Simple, safe, predictable investments in weekly options with dividend stocks. Okay? Because now there's that's what we should do first thing. We should go and check and see how many stocks they've added. Because every week they add more. Last week there was 10,710. So let's find out what we got today. Right here. There we go. FinViz. Merv wants to take a look at at Comcast. Mr. Darrow wants to take a look at Best Buy. All right, we'll take a look at those. First, before we do that, let's check and see how many new companies they've added this week. Okay, 10,710 last week. This week we got, come on. Come on. What's going on? All right, Verizon will take that look at it. There it is right there. Here we go. Here's the new number. There it is. 10,786. We're going to write that one down so we know it as the day progresses. All right, this is last week. Okay. Got it. 10,787. That's a lot of companies to look at. And no, I do not look at each and every single one of those because it just doesn't make any sense. I just want those companies that are consistently profitable. That's it. All right, David, hold on a second. We'll get to that question in a little bit. Dr. Dev, slow and boring. Yep, that works for you. All right, Doc, we're in the same position there. But Doc, you know what's funny? Doc, you've been here for about 2-3 weeks, but you still haven't sent your phone number so that I can give you a call and you and I can chat. That's what I tell everyone. You want to chat? You want to have a conversation? Great. And here we go. All right. Send me your number. I'll give you a buzz. All right, so we got a couple to look at. We got BBY, Best Buy, Verizon, Comcast, Nike, Aflac. What else do we got? 10,786. Doc, I have no idea what that is. All right, sit tight, sit tight. Bob the rock star man. Way to go, Bob. Nice seeing you. Thanks for joining us, Bob. All right, first on the list today is going to be BBY, which is Best Buy, BBY. Let's put it in right over here. Best Buy. Here we go. Now, anytime I look at a chart, I'm always looking for 5 things. 5. I can take a look at a chart and within less than 5 seconds, I can tell whether or not I want to look any deeper. Now, really quickly, okay, this is the 1-year chart. 1 year ago, Friday. 1 year ago, Friday. Okay, that's all 1 year. 5 things I'm looking for, and you can see them in 3 to 4 seconds. You ready? The high, the low. Where was it? Where is it? Look at this. Up, down, sideways, up, and down. 71.83 is where we're at this moment in time. So if I'm going to be doing this stock, I'm going to want to look at the 72s. So if you didn't know, if you're new here, I do what's called a covered call. I buy the stock, I sell a stock option against it, all on the exact same day. All first thing Monday morning. So tomorrow, Monday morning, tomorrow morning, I'm going to buy everything that I'm going to buy next week tomorrow morning at 9:30 a.m. Then at 9:30:01, 9:30:01, yeah, I'm going to sell all my options. I want to get in, I want to get out, and I want to get on with my day. I want to be in front of my computer for 10 or 15 minutes. That's it. Well, we've seen this. Now we're going to look at the 73s. No, the 72s, because see, it's at 71.83. Okay, 71.83, 71.83, 71.83, 71.83. That's where the stock is right now, 71.83. Okay, the closest strike price is the 72, and it's selling for 85 cents a share. Now, that may not sound like a lot to you, and really it's not. But 85 cents per share on a $72 stock is like 1.2%. Well, I'm only looking for 1% every week. Well, 1% every week comes to over 50% per year. Now, whatever you have in your account, you got 20 grand, 50% is 10 grand. You got 50 grand, 50% is 25 grand. We got some noise back here. What's going on? Who's making that noise? Who's making the noise? Mark. Oh, Mark, you know better than that.
It was Lucas.
It was Lucas passing the buck, blaming someone else. I hear you. I hear. Hey, how was your weekend today, brother?
Very good. Very good.
Anything fun and exciting?
Just freezing my butt off here in Chicago.
Is it okay if I laugh my ass off? You know.
Sorry, broke up.
Oh, I said, is it okay if I laugh my ass off?
100%.
I was outside because I got to re-varnish some of the stuff from the boat. So I was outside in the driveway today, pair of shorts, no shoes, no shirt, getting some sun, sanding and varnishing. I feel bad for you, dude.
Rub it in.
You know what I'm going to do just for you, Mark? We're thinking of taking the boat out next week. I'm going to give you a call from out in the Gulf. We'll be floating around in the boat, give you a buzz, and just laugh at your ass.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Hey, when you come down, let me know. Maybe we'll take the boat out.
I will.
All right. You have fun. Mute your thing so we can get rolling, all right? All right, I'll talk to you later, brother. All right, so Best Buy. I'm looking for 1%. This one looks pretty good right there. So let's see what it's going to do the last 90 days. Now, I look at the 1-year chart because I want to see what it's done for the whole year. Give me an idea of where the money flow is. The money flow is you and me buying and selling. See, the stocks go up, stocks go down. Here's the top, bottom, where was it, where is it? This is the last 90 days or the last 3 months. What has the stock done? It's dropped, shot up, back down, back up, back down again. Here we are right here. Okay, so let's zoom into the last 30 days. The last 30 days is going to tell me whether or not I think this is a great idea to jump in first thing tomorrow morning. So last 30 days would be the 22nd. Here we go. Last 30 days. She shoots up, there's a 30-day high. She drops down, here's your 30-day bottom on Friday. Guess what? If you think this is the bottom right here, let's see what that looks like. We're going to run it through just where it is. Now, me, normally, I'd wait for 2 days to the upside. But for those of you who are adventurous and think you can pull the bottom on this thing, hey, let's see what it looks like. The 72, there it is. First, we're going to change it to covered stock. Then we're going to look at the 72. Just one contract. And then you guys can figure out whether or not one is going to be enough, or do you need to get 3, 5, 7, 11, 15? I don't know. We're all different. You know, I get anywhere between 2 contracts, and I think the most I ever bought was like, sold. Sorry, Most I ever sold was like 120, 150 contracts at one time. All right, so here we go. Buy one covered call, Best Buy, 26 December. That's Boxing Day, for those guys don't know. 72 call option, 26 December, that's next Friday. 110 is the profit and 7,000 is the investment. Now, I don't say this all the time, but I'm going to start saying it. I'm not buying stocks. I'm creating a weekly cash flowing asset. Meaning, Daryl, okay, I'm going to buy 100 shares, 200 shares, whatever. I will own that asset at a certain price, whatever that price is. Right at the moment, it's 71.83. Okay, so I will own it at 71.83. Now, the way I have it set up is I will sell a covered call every single week. What is that? Well, it's basically selling somebody permission to buy it from me at a set price by a certain date. So I do it every single week. So every single Monday, I sell a weekly option on positions that I own. Okay, Monday, I pick up new positions and I sell somebody the rights to buy it from me at a certain price by a certain date. And that date is usually this coming Friday, which this coming Friday is the 26th of December. Well, alrighty then, let's get the ball rolling. That being said, we need the calculator to figure out what the rate of return on this little gem. Okay, here we go. Now, anytime you want to figure out what the rate of return is, you take the profit, 110 bucks, and you divide it by the cost of the trade, including commissions and fees. So if the profit's 110, we're going to divide it by the investment, which is $7,090. That gives me a grand total of 1.5%. Now remember I said I was looking for 1% every week. Well, 1% every week is 50% per year. Well, 1.5% every week is going to be a hell of a lot more than 50% per year. Then you have to ask yourself a question. Am I willing to do this 5 or 10 minutes every single day to get 50% return? Well, I'm sure you don't think of that way when you buy a cat or a dog or a fish or a bird. Am I really willing to commit 5 or 10 or 20 minutes every single day in order to have this little bit of pleasure? All right. Oh boy, you don't remember me. I was here in the summer too. Sorry, Dr. Dev, I am getting older. That's my excuse. I'm getting older and I forget things. All right, hold on. I'm going to leave it right there. Costa Nostra wants to take a look at Verizon. We'll take a look at that. So I like 1.5%. So I'm going to write that one down. Now, do you like Best Buy? That's a big question. Am I going to buy this? And do I like Best Buy? Where is it? Where is it? Uh-oh. Oh, wait a second. Wait. I didn't save it. I got to save it first. There it is. Come on. There we go. This is what I forgot to do. I forgot to save it. Now it should pop up. That's a little better. Where is it? Where is it? Come on. There it is. There we go. Best Buy, 26 December, 72 call option. 110 is the profit, 7,000 is the investment. Think of it this way. If I'm going to buy a vending machine, pay $7,000 for it, I want a weekly return. Well, this weekly return is 110 bucks. Can you imagine that? 110 bucks every time you go to empty out your vending machine? Well, I think it's pretty good. It comes to over 60% per year. Because what's 1.5 multiplied by 52? Well, what is it? Let's do this. 1.5 multiplied by 52, because there's 52 weeks in the year, 80%. So 1% per week is 50% per year. 1.5% per week is 80% per year. Well, I like that idea.
I like that idea.
I like that idea too. 1.5. Yay! First one on the list for this week. We get rid of those. That's last week's stuff. We don't want to see that anymore. Whoops. There we go. Alrighty. Next on the list. Uh-oh, Costco 79 is not 1%. Okay, we'll look at Costco in a minute. Hold on. We still have other ones. Wow. Okay, we did that one. All right, we did one already. Next on the list, Merv. What's happening, Merv? Merv wants to take a look. Uh-oh. Why isn't she popping up? Having an issue. I don't like having issues. There we go. All right, let's get rid of all this stuff. Let's get rid of this, and we're going to take a look at Comcast next. Is that right? Yes, Comcast. CMCSA. Comcast. All righty, here we go. CMCSA. I'm going to hit the button in the back of your head. After I hit this button, count and see how long it takes you to see those 5 things. The high, the low, where was it, where is it, and where is it going. I can do it in 3 to 4 seconds. How long is it going to take you? You ready? Here we go. High, low, was, is. Look at this. Down, up. Whoops. Down, up, down, up. That was less than 4 seconds. How'd you guys do? Who do we have down here? I'm in Connecticut, and it's horrible. I hate Connecticut. Now, the reason why I hate Connecticut, all right, I worked in the third-party servicing industry, oh my God, 20-some-odd years ago. Anytime I had to go to Connecticut, now remember, I lived in just south of Boston, okay, between Boston and Plymouth, a small little town there, right? Anytime I had to go to Connecticut, it's always like exit 4, exit 3. It's like I had to drive 4 hours to plug a dryer in, okay? This executive couldn't lower himself to walk in to the laundry room, pull the dryer out, plug it in, and push it back. No, I had to drive 4 hours for $120. That's it. That's what a service call was to plug in a dryer. Anyway, Comcast, high, low, what's this? Look at this. Here's the top here at $38.50. Here's the bottom here at $26. Down, sideways, down, up. It's not looking good this week. Whoever came up with that. Merv, take a look, Merv. Here's our low. Well, look at the last 30 days. Last 30, right there. Last 30 days, Merv. Here's your bottom. She shoots up. There's your top. Now she drops. Look here for a second, Merv. $26.50. $26.50 to 30. Okay, $26.50 to 30. That's $3.50 on a $26 stock. That's over 12%. Yeah, of course someone's going to take profits. Top's right there. Now she's coming down. Don't get me wrong. I love Comcast. I'm going to put Comcast down on the list for next week. Next week, Comcast. CSCO. CMCSA. Comcast. Alrighty. No to Comcast for this week, but next week, baby. Insider wants to take a look at Nike. Now, I do have some Nike. Oh, no. See. Hold tight. Top, bottom, where was it? Where is it? Look at this. Down, up, down, up, down, up. Big drop. What happened here? This is awesome. Do you know why this is awesome? Because bouncing off the bottom and filling in that gap right there. Let's zoom in a little bit closer. Last 90 days, last 3 months. Here's the top, here's the bottom. Okay, down, up, Big drop right there. Check that out. Tomorrow, look at the volume. Holy cow. This deserves one of these actions. You ready? Hold tight. This deserves this action right here. Yeah. Okay. The high of the year, 82.44. The low of the year, 52.28. Look at this. Dividend, 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 dividend. Yeah, baby. All right, so the last couple of weeks, why did it do this? Check this out. These little blue dots down here, that's volume. That's how many shares are traded. Well, look at it. The average volume way down here. Well, let's check it out. It looks like we have an average volume on Nike. Okay, the average volume on Nike is 19 million shares. 19 million. What kind of ROI do you look for from a premium on a short week like this week? 1% every single week. Any position that I have, any position at all, my goal is 1%. Now, do I get that every single week from every single position? No, because some positions I get 1.5, 2, 3, 4. So out of all the positions, okay, out of all the positions I have, if you add it all up together, if I got 100 grand in my account, I want 1,000 bucks out of my whole account, every single position. If I got 50 grand, 1% is 500 bucks. If I got 20 grand, 1% is 200 bucks. So whatever you have in your account, if you're thinking of it that way, what's 1% of my total account? Like everybody can divide it in half. Okay, what's 1.5 of 100? It's 50. What's half of 25? 12.5. Okay, 1/2 of whatever you got is possible with 1% per week. Now, most people spend more time planning a family barbecue than they do on their personal finances. All right, so the big drop, what I'm talking about here, check this out. That big drop right here, we went from 19 million shares on average, on an average day, 19 million shares. Okay, so how many shares traded on Friday? Is that right? 108? 108 million shares traded on Friday. Why? What happened on Friday? Okay, so as I was saying, this is the perfect opportunity. Shoots up, big drop. Now here, I would jump in, because with a big drop like that, you're going to have what's called bottom feeders. Anytime you get a big drop on a stock like Nike, okay, unless they went bankrupt, which no, they didn't, okay, usually it's going to bounce tomorrow, usually. But that's a play that you got to figure out. Now, me, I won't do it because I want 2 days to the upside. Here's the bottom, 2 days before I jump in. So whatever it shows up at. But for those of you that are adventurous, let's check it out. 58.71. The closest one is going to be the 59s. All right, well, let's check it out. Okay, 58.71. The closest strike price to 58.71 is going to be 59. And that's selling for 65 cents a share, which is more than 1%, what I'm looking for. But do you like Nike? Don't buy something if you don't like it. I got 5 simple rules. Okay, rule 1 is never buy something you don't want to hold on to long term. Okay, if you don't want to buy Nike and hold on to it long term, don't buy it. Now, I already own some, so probably for me, I would be thinking about dollar cost averaging if it makes sense for me, because I don't like to put too much money into one position. So let's check this out. The 59s right there. All right, so let's do Nike at 59 right there. Just one. At the market. Here we go. And here we go. All right, this is what it should sound like. Buy one covered call Nike, 26 December, that's this coming Friday. The 59 call option, 90 bucks is the profit $5,800 is the investment. Remember, I'm creating weekly cash producing assets. It's an asset, and it gives me something on a weekly basis. All right, so let's find out what that what rate of return that would be. So 90 bucks is the profit. 58.10 is the investment, and that comes to 1.5 also. Well, why the hell not? I like Nike. Do you like Nike? What else do we have? Yep, Insider saw that one. Yamaha YZF likes Aflac. Cool beans. That's an interesting bike, by the way. Not that I would own one of those. I'm kind of boring. I like my stuff a little bit on the slower side nowadays. Nike, 26 December. The 59 call option. 90 bucks, 5,800. It comes to 1.5%. KJ wants, quadruple witching day. You have to explain to me what that is. Oh, wow, all these questions. Holy cow. Mark, Luke, good evening. Hope you had a great weekend. Okay. Ford, okay. Hold on, we'll look at Ford in a bit. Give me 1 minute there, Luke. Let's finish up with what we're doing here. 1.5 for Nike. If you like Nike, that is. All right, so let's get this out of here. And 1.5. Yay! All right, crowd goes wild. Woohoo! All right, back to where we were. All right, so what do we want to look at now? Had a great weekend. Luke wants to take a look at Ford. Ford. What are we looking at here, Mr. Luke? Ford. Hell, wow, what the hell is that? Top, bottom, where was it? Where is it? Look at this. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. What's going on right there? Looks like we're coming into a new trading range. Last 90 days, same thing. Top, bottom is up, down, up, down, up, down. What's going on right there? That looks interesting. 13.50. Well, 13.50, 12 cents. No. Wasn't that quick? 13.50, 12 cents. No. It's not paying me enough money. All right. Amber Walls, how are you doing today? Bob the Rocket. Okay, you got that one already. Luke, not enough money there for me. Jeff and Charles Schwab, looking for my actual profits. Realize gain loss tab. Select all, then go to transaction history. Filter only dividends and interest. Yeah, I got all that. Seems to me close. What am I looking for? Did you guys do the same? Okay, so Jeff, ask me the question tomorrow morning because he is on the paid morning group. So tomorrow morning, ask me that. I'll show you exactly where it is. All right, I'm not going to my live account with Chucky here at the moment. Luke, yes. Or calculate manually, yep. James might have to update an Excel calculator. All righty. 3%. Okay, wait. Which one are we looking at? Luke, which one are you talking about? Ford, the 14s? Okay. Got a minor flaw there, Luke, because I'm not quite sure what you're talking about. All right, so here's Ford, 13.47. The closest strike price is going to be the 13.50. 13.50 is selling for 12 bucks per contract. 12 bucks per contract on a $13.50 stock. Not quite there. Let me just show you really quickly. Here we go. The 13.50, there it is. Okay, do that right there. Get the calculator out. 150 divided by 13,356 comes to a grand total of 1.1%. I don't see where you're getting the 3%. I'm getting 1.1. If you like Ford. .1% for Ford. Okay, if you like Ford. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. There it is. All right. One covered call. Ford, 26 December, the 1350s. Profit investment, 1.1% if you like Ford. That's always the big one. Do you like Ford? It's a yes, no question. That's only 1.1. If you like Ford. What are the questions we got here? We got that one. Jeff, Charles Schwab, blah, blah, blah. Do you guys do the same? Yep, yep, yep. Blah, 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 yep. Jeff, one day Thinkorswim or Charles Schwab will have a convenient platform that will make it easier. Yeah, one day. Quadruple witching day. KJ, what is that? Quadruple witching day? Let's take a look at Target. Target. TGT. Oh, no. Did you see that? Did you see that? KJ? Okay. Up, down, up, down, up, down. It started the down right now. It was at 83. It jumps up to 102. So 83 to 102 is 17 bucks. Okay? 17 bucks on an $80 stock is a little over around 11%. And the pullback is already started on Friday. So no, I wouldn't be looking at Target because the pullback has started. After 11%, yeah, no thanks. Okay, what do you suggest is a good stock to buy? Dividend kings, dividend aristocrats, dividend champions, dividend contenders, and anything on Warren Buffett's list. Quadruple witching is a quarterly event on a third Friday of March. Okay, yep, got it. When 4 types of financial derivatives, stock options, stock index options, and single stock futures. Do they even have single stock futures anymore? All expire simultaneously, leading to an increase in trading volume and potential market volatility as traders close or adjust positions. This concentrated expiration activity, especially during the final hour, the witching hour, creates a heavy order flow as contracts are exercised, settled, and rolled over. Okay, got it. Thank you. That means all the all the birds are coming in to roost at the same time. Yamaha wants to take a look at Aflac. Well, let's take a look at Aflac. AFL. Here we go. Aflac. The top, the bottom. Where was it? Where is it? Up, down, up, down, up, down, up. What's going on right there? The last 90 days. Here we go. Top, bottom, was, is, up, down, up, down, up, down. Yeah, no. Gonna hold off on Aflac. Kahi. What kind of ROI do you look for from a premium on a short week? 1%. I already did that one. Marvin. General Motors. I love General Motors. I do. Hell no. Not this week, brother. I don't buy anything at the high of the year. Nope, never. No. Captain. What's happening, Captain? Cisco, CSCO. Interesting. Take a look. The top, bottom. Now shooting by. That looks pretty good right there. Top, bottom, was, is. Look at this. Up, down, up, down, up. Okay. That looks interesting. 78.42, the 78s are going for 89. Well, that makes sense. Wait a minute. Hold it. 78.42, it's currently at 78.73 after hours. So after hours, we're close to the 79, and the 79 is paying 39. It's not even 0.5%. No, thank you. No, thank you. Sorry, Captain. I like 1%. Cosa Nostra, Verizon, here we come. VZ, come on down. The high, the low, where was it? Where is it? Look at this. Down, up, sideways, down, up, down. 39.82. The 40s, 20. That's 0.5%. Hell no. Hell no. Sorry. Sorry. Let's keep on keeping on. All right, so Dr. Dev, what's 1078.6 for? All right, David, ignore the fact that PINS doesn't have dividends. Okay, we'll just ignore PINS altogether. Does the graph for PINS look good? David, didn't you just say ignore that? PINS. Not really. Okay, you get a big gap right here. Okay, here's the high, here's the low. She went up, down, back up, big drop, up, down, up, down, up. Now she's coming back down. Look at all that volume. What the hell happened on Friday? Had a pullback on Friday. I'd find out what this, let's zoom into that, get a better look. I want to know what this was. Because here's the top, she bottoms out. Now she's going to return. But Friday, something's up on Friday. Look at the volume difference. That's 4 or 5 times the amount of volume. So you got to figure out what that was before you move forward. Oh boy, you don't remember me. I was here the summer. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't. See, Dr. Dev, you got to remember a couple of things. Now, I don't want to insult you in any way, all right? I'm live streaming on 9 different platforms. Okay, anywhere between 5,000 and 30,000 people will come through here asking me questions every night. No, and it's very challenging to remember all the conversations and who's who and what they're talking about. Lek, what is your strategy doing, sir? Well, that's a good question. What is my strategy? Okay, here you go. You ready? I buy and I invest in dividend stocks, pre-qualified dividend stocks to get a simple, safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week. That's over 50% per year. I only like stocks that are consistently profitable for about 2 decades. Now, out of the 10,787 stocks that are available this week, only about 300 fit what I'm looking for. And those are the dividend kings, dividend aristocrats, dividend champions, dividend contenders, Warren Buffett's list. That's about 300 companies right there. I take a look at those companies based on when they pay their dividend. When they pay their dividend, the stock has a tendency to go up just before the dividend date. Just before the dividend date, I jump in, do a simple, safe trading strategy, like the covered call, buy it, sell it all at the exact same time, and I make 1% per week with every position that I have. 1% or more. That's about 50% per year. I'm pretty good with that. Hopefully that explains it all. Next. Costa Nostra, Mara. Let's take a look at Mara. I actually have some Mara. Doing rather well with Mara. I am. Look at this. She's turning. Yay. Okay. So the high, the low, where was it? Where is it? Look, it's down, up, down, up, down. Here we are right here. 10.18. All right, well, the 10s are going for 46. The 10.50s are going for 24. I want to do the 10.50s because they're close and everything looks good. All right, so the last 90 days, the last 3 months, check this out. Up, down, and she's turning right there. Okay, that's the bottom of the 30-day period. Thursday. Let's zoom in that a little closer so you get a better look. Okay, here's your last 30 days. You drop, shoots up, here's your top. 30-day top, 30-day bottom. Now she's bouncing off that 30-day bottom. That's perfect for me. However, I like 2 days to the upside. We only have one. Thursday was the bottom. Friday's one day. So I'm waiting until Tuesday before I jump into this again. I'm going to write that one down. Go on and write this down. All right. We looked at Aflac. We looked at General Motors. We saw Comcast. BBY Sherwood. We already did BBY. Okay. Walt. What's happening, Walt? Big Chungus. What's going on? Eric, thank you for that. Extendo. Cool beans. Hey, 86 is in the house. Holy cow. You're early, dude. Dude, you're never early. How you doing? Pierre Rattini. Que pasa, amigo? Wait, no. Bonjour, monsieur. Comment ça va toujours, eh? Ça va bien, no? Riley, good evening, sir. Welsh, what's going on? Pipstar. All righty. Dinero, what's going on? LK, good evening, sir. What is my opinion on Google? I hate Google. Hold on a second. Goog. Google. Who came up with this one? LKZ76. Okay, LKZ76. Google. You see it right there? Okay, what we're looking at here are the dividends. And the dividends all the way back to 2020. Look at this. 2024. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 dividends. 2 years. What do you think? When I put my finger up and say 2 decades, why are you thinking I'm thinking 2 years? No, I'm thinking 2 decades. That's 20 years. Google only has 2 years of dividends. That's it. Captain, I'm 90% sure we are at the bottom. Okay, Captain. Didn't we already look at that one? CSCO. Now, Captain, I'm not 100% sure, but the bottom was back in TDS at 53. We're currently at 78. This is not the bottom, dude. Look. Here's the bottom right here. Yeah, no. Mr. Darryl, Dow, I love Dow. I actually have some Dow, I do. Take a look. The top, the bottom, okay, where was it? Where is it? Look at this, sideways down, sideways. We're at 23.26. The 23.50 is going for 32. Hell yeah. Here's the last 90 days, the last 3 months. The top, the bottom, where was it? Where is it? Look at this, down, up, down, up, down, up. Look at that right there. All right, let's zoom into the last 30 days. 30 days, right there. Here's your last 30 days. 30-day bottom, shoots up, pulls back, 30-day top. Here's your pullback right there. 1, 2, 3, 3 days right there. 23.50. Let's do Dow. If you like Dow. Mr. Darryl likes Dow. Okay? Mr. Darryl likes Dow. Okay, let's check it out. Let's get this out of there. Let's go over to here, down to here, back down. What did I say? 23.50 right there. There it is right there. 23.50 right there. And here it is right there. What you gonna do? 1 contract, not 10. Just 1. At the market. Here we go. You ready? Buy 1 covered call of Dow. 26 December. That's this coming Friday. The 23.5 call options. I am selling. I am not buying. I am not a buyer. I am a seller. Okay, 80% of all options expire worthless. Why the hell would I want to buy one? If you think about it, okay, there's such a thing called the 80-20 rule. 80%, 20%. If 80% of all options expire worthless, I want to sell those babies. 20% profitable? Yeah, no. Anyway, $62 is the profit. Cost of trade, including commissions and fees, $2,200. $2,200 is not that bad. It's a hell of a lot better than trying to buy Microsoft or some of those other companies. All right, let's see this. Calculator. $62 is the profit. The investment is $22.88. That gives me a grand total of I'm writing that baby down. 2.7%. Hell yeah. 2.7. All right. $2.7. Now we know if 1% every week, if 1% a week is 50% a year. 1.5% a week is 80% a year. 2% per week is over 100% per year. What do you think 2.7 is? 2.7. Did I save it? Yes, I did. There it is right there. 2.7. Dow, 26 December, 23.5 call, 62, 2,200. It's 2.7% for 1 week. Think about it, 2.7% for 1 week. That's over 150% per year. Of course, if you like that. Hold on. Let's go back out here and do the 2 point. Hate it when it does that. $2.7. Where is it? Where is it? Uh-oh. There it is. $2.7. All right, next. Okay, Cap, we already looked at Cisco. We already looked at Mara. Wolf, what's happening? You could just buy Tesla stock and become a millionaire. No, dude, you cannot. Let me show you something. Okay, so somebody says I could just buy Tesla and become a millionaire. TSLA. All righty. Okay, so here's Tesla. Let's go back to the summary. Who came up with this one? Wolf of Watch Talk. No idea what the hell that means, but okay. Chart. Sit tight. This is Yahoo Finance. Anytime you're going to do anything in finance, you need a financial website. I use Yahoo Finance. You can use Google. You can use NASDAQ. You can do Cisco. You can do anything you want. Thing's stuck. Stuck in the middle with you. Here I am. Yeah, so we're having issues here. All righty. Let's open it up all the way. All righty. Check that out. All righty. So, Wolf wants to know, well, Wolf thinks I should buy Tesla and I could be a millionaire. Okay, so Wolf, I'm not 100% understanding exactly what you mean. Because, see, Tesla at this moment in time is at the high of the year. The high of the year. See, look at this. Look. In 2011, Tesla's down here. okay? And then she slowly goes up, okay? And then she comes down, then she goes up, down, up, and now she's at the absolute highest it has ever been. I have no idea who you're talking to or who you're taking advice from. But for me, I've always understood that to make money in the stock market, you buy low and sell high. Well, Tesla is at an all-time high now. Why the hell would I buy it? And how long, in your humble opinion, do I have to hold on to it before I become a millionaire? And how much do I have to buy in order to become a millionaire? And being retired, where is the income coming from? Because Tesla doesn't pay out any dividends whatsoever. So where am I getting my money from? Okay? Now you might think that Tesla is going to be a good deal, and eventually you're buying it at 481 bucks and you'll be able to turn it into a couple million. Well, I have no idea what you think it is. But I've been investing for a very long time, and I bought once or twice at the high because I was stupid, right? But nowadays, oh hell no. I would never buy at the high of the, it's never been this high before. Look, last year, the year before, the year before, the year before, the year before, look at the look, 2021, 2020, 2019, 2018, 2017, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12. Look, it's at the high. No, and hell no. All right, next. No, I don't buy at the high and hold on to anything. David Landry, how are you today? Where am I? Yep, okay, here we are. Here we are. The Fly Guy, what's happening? Verizon, we looked at Verizon. Norberto, can I check out Bros? Bros and Hoes. Let's try Bros, B-R-O-S. B-R-O-S. Interesting. No. Bottom, look at where we are. She goes from 50 to 64. 50 to 64. That's 14 bucks on a $50 stock. That's just shy of 30%. Between the bottom here and there, that's just shy of 30%. What makes me think, just because I'm buying it, okay? Just because I'm buying it, what makes me think it's going to keep going up? And Thursday's the high, Friday it started the pullback. Okay, the pullback already started on Friday. She goes up 30%, now it's coming back down again. So yeah, BROS might be good, not this week, not next week, but definitely the week after. So that's 2 weeks away. So I'm going to write that down, BROS, for 2 weeks from today. Sorry, dude. Alan, thank you. RSH. Faber, I think 3M looks good. I like 3M. Dividend King. Well, I'm not 100% sure about that right there, but here's the high, here's the low, here's where it was, here's where it is. Look at this, up, down, down. Okay, 160, 196, the 162s, 136. No, number's not there, dude. And let's take a look right there for a second. Last 90 days, last 3 months, top, bottom, look at this, up, down. 1, 2, you get 2 days to the upside right there, so it could be possible, but still not quite a full 1%. Why would I do that? Why would I jump into a company, even though it's a great company, it's offering less than 1%? Why would I do that? There are other companies that are offering more than 1%. Norbert, I'm a sure muff, a good uptrend, bros. Okay, yeah, Norbert, we looked at it, okay? It wasn't a great uptrend, Norbert, okay? Bros was in a great uptrend. Stocks go up until they're done going up. And then when they're done going up, they go down until they are done. Take a look. Charts are all the same. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Now she's going up again. Okay, that's 3M. Great. It's going up, but it's only offering me less than 1%. Don't get me wrong. I love the company. I do. Thoughts on Webull? Bull, it does not have weekly option, or does it? It does. Last 90 days on Webull. Here's your top. Here's your bottom. Down, up, down. What do you think? Think about it. Okay, now Thursday was the bottom. Last 30 days. Okay, 30-day bottom, 30-day top. Thursday's the bottom. Friday, nice movement on Friday, 850. The 850 is going for 26. Okay, you liked Webull? Let's take a look at it. The 850. 850. There we go. Market order. Here's Johnny. Tell him what he's won. Here we go, Bill. By one covered called Bull. 26 December, the 850 call option. 1150. 1150 per contract is the profit. But each contract's only 839 bucks. All right, well, let's take a look. Okay, 1150 is the profit. 839, whoops. 839 is the investment, a whopping 1.3%. Okay? 1.3 for Mr. Bull. Mr. Bull, 1.3. What do you think? 1.3 for Mr. Bull? We got 4 of them already. This is number 5. There it is. There it is right there. Bull, 26 December. That's this Friday. The 850 call option. 1150, 839. The investment has a return for 1 week at 1.3%. Well, we know 1% is 50% per year. Okay, we also know that more people spend most of their time planning a weekend barbecue than they do on their personal finances, which is freaking crazy if you ask me. What would we say this was? 1.3? 1.3. Well, we got our 5, don't we? What else do we got? What else do we got? Pop trades, what's happening? The spotter. What's happening, spotter? Yabolex, good evening. Dr. Dev, Santa really coming this week. Lots of presents. Yay! ELEC is the ticker symbol. Okay, what the hell is ELEC? I have no idea what ELEC is. So let's find out what it is. What's this? What's this? There's something in the air. What's this? What's this? There's white stuff everywhere. ELEK. Electros. Hell no. Yabolex, what are you? I'm talking dividend stocks with options. No. Uh-oh, Niculator wants to take a look at Home Depot. No, look at the big drop here. No for Home Depot. I'm not even going to bother looking. Not going to bother looking. Your 30-day bottom, your 30-day top. Now she's dropping. However, that thing should be done dropping by next week. So, hypothetically speaking, not this week, but the first week in January, Home Depot should look great. So let's put Home Depot right next to Comcast for 2 weeks from today. 1076 is the number of stocks this week. Oh, 10,786. Thank you. Okay, Scope with Hope. Reddit. No, Reddit's not a profitable company. Unk. You have the volume on? Of course I do. What is that stock? Home Depot. SanDisk. Dryer. You got to give me the ticker symbol because SanDisk doesn't make any sense to me. Monroe. I don't understand what you're doing. Are you an advisor? How do you make money? Oh. Monroe, New Jersey talk. Okay, Monroe, are you ready for this? All right, Monroe. I invest in dividend stocks for weekly cash flow. Stocks I like are pre-qualified and most of them have over 2 decades of increased profits, meaning year after year after year they make more money, more money, more money. I buy them just before they're headed up based on historical performance. Dividend stocks have a tendency to be repetitive and do the same things over and over and over again. So, by looking at when a stock moves based on the calendar directly related to the dividend, stocks have a tendency to go up. So, if I buy a simple, safe, predictable trade known as the covered call, jump in on Monday morning, I like to get out on Friday. It doesn't always work, but it's ideal. Sometimes I roll into the next week. I'm looking for a simple, safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week. That's what I'm looking for. I buy a stock, I sell it to someone else for the same price I paid for it, and I collect what is called the premium. If you don't know what the premium is, a stock option is more or less an insurance policy. For an insurance policy to be valid, you need 4 things. Number 1, you need a beginning date, an ending date. Consideration, that's the money, and meeting of the minds. That's the actual technical term. Meeting of the minds. Just means we both agree on the same thing. I'm selling you something at a certain price by a certain date. For that privilege, you're going to pay me a premium. Okay? I'm not looking for the stock. I'm not looking to hold on to the stock. I'm not looking to collect the dividend. I'm only looking to collect the insurance money. That's it. If I buy it at $345 and I sell it to you at $345, you're going to pay me $330 for the privilege of buying it from me anytime between tomorrow morning when I sell this to you and December 26th at 3:59 p.m. next Friday, or this coming Friday. So you have the option. That's what a stock option is. Okay, you're paying that premium, $330 per contract, or $3.30 per share, just to have the right to buy it from me at the exact same price I paid for it. So if I pay $345, I sell it to you at $345, you pay me this, and guess what? You get the stock at $345. What do I get? I get $3.30 per share. Whether I get 1 contract or 5 contracts or 30 contracts, it's always the same. The numbers are what the numbers are. I'm looking for a simple, safe, predictable 1% per week. Hopefully that makes sense. All right, Luke, it seems that it is difficult any quality positions today. Is it because Christmas week? Absolutely, because we have 4 days this week, not 5. 4, not 5. All right. Thank you there, Dr. Dev. Reckless Town, good evening, back again. Hey, how you add some music to the background, your favorite tunes really low. Alexa, Aerosmith. Oh, I don't think Alexa's on. Alexa? No, Alexa's not plugged in. Give me a second while I plug Alexa in. Oh, wait a second. Hold the phone. I can't do that. Because if I put music on the background, I have to get written authorization to use other people's music. So now I don't want to deal with that. All right, what do we have down here? I really like your content, but how come the camera is flipped? Everything's backwards, makes it harder to follow. Sorry about that. It's just one of those things. Thank you. 10 more years and back. Ooh, 10 years. Eek. Mara doesn't have dividends. Yes, I'm well aware of that. Buy Home Depot. Yep. No, I already looked at it. How about gold? Okay, Pink Wizard. Gold does not give you a weekly cash flow. It doesn't. No weekly cash flow from gold. All right, TSL premiums are juicy. Yes, they are. TSLA. Yeah, see, they're juicy, but who wants to buy at the high? K-Van, why would you want to buy? Tesla's never been over 490 before. Why would you buy Tesla at the high of the year? Doesn't make any sense to me. All righty. What do we have here? Hey, Alex is in the house. Oh, boy. All right, K-Van. Yep. Reckless. I think you could have 80s tunes playing the back behind you. Yeah, you can. But unfortunately, anytime you play, what does it call it? Copyrighted music. Yeah, the copyright laws, you have to get permission from the person who is at the other end who made the record. You can't just play anyone's music and then record it and send it out over the wavelengths. You just can't do that. Because then the videos get banned and then it's just like, it's pointless. And some people prefer quiet. Okay, so Monroe, New Jersey Talk thinks that I have $100,000 to dump into a company 10 years ago. And you'd be over 100 million. You know how many stocks I could do that with? Seriously, think about it. Okay? Now, you're saying that I should have 10 years ago put 100,000 into Tesla and just left it alone. No, that doesn't work for me. So you're under the assumption that I have more money than you think I have. I don't put money into anything and just let it sit. I get 1% every single week. So here's a fun thing. Let's do this, Monroe, for the fun of it. Yeah, just because I want to be a dick or whatever. All right, let's check this out. Okay. Now, 100 grand 10 years ago, and you think the best bet would have been Tesla. All right, well, let's do this. I haven't done this in a while, so this ought to be fun. All right, so, Mr. Monroe, this is what's called a weekly compound interest calculator. Okay, little thing I threw together just, to understand how compound interest works. Now, how about I just take $1,000, just 1,000, okay? Just 1,000 bucks. I put $100 in every single week. And then I'm going to change that to just 1% because I'm not going to say 2% when I'm showing you 1. So just 1%. Weekly, yearly, okay, 10 years. Okay, you go 100 grand, it's going worth 10 million. I'm going to do 1,000, and then, do you see that right there? Wait a minute. That's 2 million. Is that right? Yeah. 2 million bucks. Okay, so I can put 1,000 in, $100 a week. In 10 years, I'll have 2 million. You're talking 100 grand. Okay, it's 1 grand. That's 10. There's 100 grand. I'll put in $0. Okay, just 100 grand at 1% a week for 10 years. Okay, that is okay, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, million, 17 million. 17 million. So why would, you know what, never mind, I'm not even going to do that. Not even going to bother with that. Let's go back to where we were. Here we go. All right, yeah, no. All right, we did that one. Too high, thank you. Rent is too damn high. It depends. Hey, Alex is in the house. Fiber, okay, Nikki later. That was the dividend. Okay, Elliot Preston, how are you, Cave-In? I've owned Tesla and my long account started covered calls. 15 Delta worked out great and I'll never sell. All right, Cave-In, way to go. Next we have over here, Luke. Good evening, sir. What's my opinion on Google? Yeah, we already did that one. Kimikaze, what's going on? Jay Talley, what's going on? SV, what was your biggest loss? 91,000 in 1 week. K. CD Wells, how are you today? Cisco 79 call is not 1%. CSCO. No, it's not 1%. Hell no. Not exercise. What if it's exercised? And, Ellie, all right, here's an idea, okay? Hypothetically, if I buy Cisco, I sell somebody the rights to buy it from me, okay? And they buy it from me, I get all my money back plus the profit. I don't see the problem with that. Any stock I buy, what if it's not exercised? Well, then it goes into next week and I sell it again. If it's not sold then, I run it into the next week. I keep turning and I keep, do you see this right here? Hold on, Allie, you see this? 26 December, that's this Friday. 2 January, that's next Friday. 9 January, 2 Fridays away, 3 Fridays away, 4 Fridays away, 5 Fridays away, 6 Fridays away. Every single Friday, there's a new option to be bought and sold. If I do a covered call every single week until it hits my target, if I buy it at 78.42 and I sell the 79s, okay, and I sell the 79s, I will collect that premium every single week until it fills. Once it fills, I take all my marbles and I go play in the next sandbox. That's it. It's a consistent, it's like a revolving door, a merry-go-round. Round and round and round she goes. Where we stop, nobody knows. As long as it's a good, profitable company, I don't have a problem with it. Where are we? Cisco, we did that one. Nike is a gambler's bet. Need 2 up days, then jump in. Thank you, Eric. Load flow, dispatch. I'm stuck with KView. You're not the only one who's got KView. Let's take a look. KVUE. Okay, here's KView. Here's the top, here's the bottom, here's where it was, here's where it is. Okay, it went up, it went down, it went up, now it came down. Well, where did you jump in on KView? That's one question. Number 2, what option did you sell against it? Okay, right now it's at 17. The 17 is going for 10 cents, between 10 and 21. Not quite 1%, but still. Marvin, I have 145 GM stock purchased at 45, currently up 81%. Well, Marvin, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but, dude, it's not a profit until you take it. It's not a loss until you take it. See, the stocks go up, and then they come down, and then they go up, and then they come back down again. That's all they're doing. They go up and they go down. They go up and they go down. You've got to decide when to get out, you got to decide when to get in. And then, out of all that thinking, you got to think to yourself, is this where I want to put my money this week? I put my money here, here. You know what? Hey, let's take a look at this. Take a look at this for the fun of it. Okay, this is my website, 2025. We're going to scroll all the way down. These are all my trades for this year. Pick any one, okay? Humana, Abelmal, Mara, Macy's, ASO, Hertz, Kohl's, Riley, Abelmal, Apple, Humana, and Hertz. That's just 1 week. June 12th. June 9th. Okay, June 9th through June 12th. Okay, that's that one. Okay, the next one. Halliburton, Advanced Auto Parts, Hertz, Riot, Riley. Okay, what week is this? Oh, June 9th through June 13th. Week number 24, or week 11 for the second quarter. Delta Airlines, Riley, Harley Davidson, Riot, Kohl's, Foot Locker, Intel. Those are all the stocks that I buy over and over and over again. So you're a little unhappy with K-View. Why are you unhappy with K-View? Okay, where did you jump in? The high of the year was 25. The bottom of the year is 14. She went down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. It goes up, it goes down. Wait, okay. Anytime I buy anything, is what did I buy? What did I pay for it? What did I sell against it? Where is it at now? Where does it look like it's going? And what should I do? It's not that difficult. Starbucks. Okay. Starbucks. Okay. It's currently at 88.33. Where's my position? Dum, dum, dum. Okay, 85. Okay, here's the top, here's the bottom. It went up, it went down, it went up, it went down. Now she's going sideways. She's at 83. I want to do the 85s. I'm just going to let it go because I'm in at 85. I'm just going to let it go. That's it. What did I buy it for? What did I sell? Where is it now? What's it doing? Okay, if I'm in at 85 and it gapped up like this, well, I'm going to let the damn thing go at 85. Because market maker, gotta switch batteries, switch batteries, switch batteries, switch batteries. Oh, 1 second. There we go, she's plugged in. Okay, so whatever I buy, if I buy it for 85 and she shoots up, and then I try to roll the 85 into next week, the market maker is only offering 20 cents. No, just let it go. Give me my money back. I've made my money off of it. And then just move on to the next one. Okay, next. Next. K-Van, I got K-View right before the bad Tylenol news. Dropped like a stone. Dollar cost average is coming back. Oh, what are we looking at? K-View? K-View. KVUE. Alrighty. Good night. All right. On your spreadsheet for the year, why are several of those marked as calendar spreads, not covered calls? Because they were calendar spreads? So don't be greedy is what you're saying. Sell for pretty much what you got it for. The earnings is the premium. That's my earnings. That's what I'm looking for. You got to remember, I'm 61. I'm going to be 62 this coming next, 3 weeks. So I'll be 62 in 3 weeks. That means I qualify for Social Security. Yay! I'm getting a whopping $500 a month. $500 a month from Social Security. Reason being, I opted out of that stupid thing about 2 decades ago. So 2 decades ago, that's how much I made. Well, I get a check for $500 a month. Yay! I thought it was gonna be like 250, but I'm trying to keep the principle clear for me. Okay, you got to decide what it is you want out of whatever it is you're doing. Okay, if you're investing your money, great. Let me grab my seat so I can get comfortable. I'm gonna answer some questions. We already got our 5 stocks for the day, so let's answer some questions. Okay. So to make it clear, you got to figure out where you are, where you want to end up, how much time and effort you're going to put into this, and what can you realistically expect. Because the more time and effort you put into it, the more money you can make. Okay, in my younger days, yeah, I could sit in front of the computer and look at this stupid thing all day long, okay, and make lots of money. But I'm at the point now where I'm retired And all the money that I have makes enough money for me. When I say enough, that means I get all my bills paid. I get to hang out with my kids and my grandkid and do whatever I want whenever I want. Now, I don't live in a palace. I don't drive one of those stupid freaking exotic cars. Okay, my car is like 25 years old, but it still runs and drives. I'm not one of those, I don't need to keep up with the Joneses, okay? I like TV. I like watching a good movie, so I got a nice big 80-inch TV, okay? I'm happy with that. Got a 2-bedroom, 1-bath house. That's all I need. It's just me and my girlfriend, that's it. I got a big-ass fish tank, and I got a big-ass boat. Well, it's not that big. It's only 44. But not the point. Figure out where you are, where you want to go, how much time and effort you want to put into it. So I'm looking for a simple, safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week. And it takes me anywhere from 5 minutes to 10 minutes a day. That's it, Monday through Friday. Well, think about it. It's less time and effort than a dog or a cat. If you have a dog or a cat, it's going to take you more than 10 minutes a day to take care of that thing. Fish, a plant, you got a ficus, you got a rose bush, you got tomatoes, you got cucumbers, whatever you're doing. You have to be doing something to take up your time. Nobody can work all the time. Just find out where you are, where you want to go, how much time and effort do you want to put in. Now, the strategy that I'm giving away for free was the same strategy I created for my 9-year-old. When my daughter was 9 years old in 2008, she says, "Daddy, can you teach me? What strategy do you do if a cash secured put goes far below your strike and you don't want for you to turn around a covered call hold?" Ooh, Richard, give me a stock symbol, Richard. You're right here, right now. Give me a stock symbol. We'll pull it up and we can use an example. Let me finish up this conversation down here. So you got to figure out where you are, where you want to go, how much time and effort you want to put in. More time and effort, more rate of return. More rate of return, more time learning that strategy, and more risk. Risk, reward goes hand in hand. More risk, more reward. Less risk, less reward. I'm perfectly happy with 1% a week. 1% a week is still over 50% per year, and that works for me. Please repeat the question Richard asked. Oh shit, who's Richard? Oh, Richard, what strategy to do if a cash secured put goes too far below your strike price for you to turn around a covered call? Oh, Richard, hold on a second. You're going to love this one, Richard. You ready? Let's get this out of here. Let's get this out of there. Let's go all the way over here. And let's put in HIMS. What do you think, Richard? HIMS. HIMS. Here's the high. Here's the low. Here's where it was. Here's where it is. Look at the motion. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Now, what am I looking for? On the 1-year chart, I'm looking for movement and cash flow. Where is the cash flowing and how is the stock moving? It's not going straight up. It's not going straight down. It's not even going sideways. What this thing is doing, the buyers and sellers are playing footsies. It goes up, it goes down. It goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down, up, down, same thing. So that's the trend for the year. Up, big swings, big up, big down. Look at it. Big up, big down, big up, big down. Well, down here, it's getting a little smaller. Well, let's zoom into the last 90 days, the last 3 months. Here we go. Top, bottom, where was it? Where is it? Up, down, up, down, up, down. Okay, here's where we are now. Now, the reason why I'm pulling out this one is because this is the one that I got stuck with a cash secured put. I got stuck with a cash secured put at 72. No, was it 72 or 62? I think it was 60. Okay, hold on. Let's actually find out which one it was. There it is right there. 52. Okay, sorry, it was 52. All right, I did a cash secured put at 52. Okay, and when was that? 12/3. No, wait a minute. 52, that was weeks ago. Oh, hold on. I'm getting there. Chill, just relax. Okay, I'm going to here, account statement, and I want to put in HIMS right there. Okay, this is all the buys and sells, so we don't need to see that. Let's get rid of that. HIMS, here it is. No, longer than that. Let's go. 96. August. Here we go. There it is right there, a 52 put. Okay, I sold a 52 put September 25th. Okay, Richard, you see that? The 52 put September 25th. So let's go take a look at the chart. September. All righty, you ready? September 25th, right there. The 52 put. See, the stock is right here. Okay, I sold the 52 put. It worked great. How many times did it work great? All right. The 25th, the 30th, the 2nd, the 13th, the 14th, the 21st, the 4th, the 10th, the 12th, blah, 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 blah. Okay, then, right here. Okay, you paying attention, Richard? 925, which is right here. 925. Okay, the 52. Okay, I did it once, twice, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 times. 1121, which is right about here. Okay, that's when I got put to stock. Okay, right here is when I sold the 52 put. I sold. Now I own all the stupid shares at 52 right here. So on the 4th of December, which is right about here, I dollar cost averaged, which means I bought more shares to lower my cost basis. Okay, my original cost basis was 52, way up here. Okay, look where the stock is now. So when I dollar cost average, I bought more on the 3rd, right here at 38. So now my average price is somewhere around 42, makes it a lot easier for me to get rid of. So when you do a cash secured put and it goes against you, you can keep pushing it off as much as you can until somebody finally puts you to stock, makes you buy it at that price. Well, if the stock drops and you're in at 52 like I was, now the stock's at 35, well, now I double down. So I have 100 shares at 52. Now I have 300 shares at 42. 42 is a lot easier to get rid of than 52. But never, rule 1, never buy something you don't want to hold on to long term. Rule number 2, never sell at a loss. Now, just because you did a cash secured put at 52, now the stock's down here at 35, it looks like a big loss, but it's really not. Because you never ever lose money until you agree to sell it for less than what you paid for it. So again, I'm stuck at 52. Okay. Now I could have sold at 35 and taken that big ass loss. No. Rule number 2 is never sell for a loss. It just doesn't make any sense. Hopefully that made sense. Okay, you're thinking of cashing out of XRP and thinking of getting into XDC. Number 1, XRP is not a dividend stock. Richard, thank you for the dollar cost average instead of the loss. Yeah, see, Richard, I don't do losses at all. Okay? Now, I have 7 accounts. 7 accounts. I share 3 of them publicly. So you can actually go and look at every single trade that I've made this year. Okay, which got to be well over 1,200 of them. But out of all of them, I believe I only have 4 losses. 4 losses out of 1,200 trades. That's pretty damn good if you think about it. Load flow, dispatch. Woo, thank you. All right, hold on. Let's switch back, take a look at those. Okay, so Patrick, XRP and XDC are not dividend stocks. I appreciate the the input and the questions, but you're definitely in the wrong place, brother. Sorry. All right, let's go back here. Back here, what did I miss? Okay, Load Flow said he's stuck in K-View. Okay. Marvin, you have 145 GM stocks, currently up 81%. Yeah, like I said, Marvin, it's not a profit until you take it. Nobody ever went broke taking profits, Marvin. Okay, now I can't tell you to do that, but I can say that it's not a profit until you take it. Mr. Green, how are you today? Simply Doc V. Okay. Benton, how you doing? Asif, GDDY. Hold on a second. What the heck is GDDY? GDDY. GoDaddy. Does GoDaddy have dividends? I don't know. Let's find out. GDDY. Johnny boy, how far above the strike price do you let it go for before you roll your options? Johnny boy, it's really hard to say. For me, it's always by the numbers. A, B, C, 1, 2, 3. Anytime I buy a stock, I always know, what did I buy it for? What option did I sell against it? Where is it at now? Where does it look like it's going? And what should I do next? I'm always weighing, what did I buy it for? What did I sell it for? What's happening now? What's happening next? GoDaddy does not have any dividends at all. Load flow. I drive a semi, dispatch, and trade with this strategy. Nicely done, dude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, load flow. Dude, when you're on the road, brother, drop your number. Give you a buzz. I can help you pass those miles by. Because I did a lot of driving in my days because I was a third-party servicer, which means I service rich people. When you want to take down your chandelier, or you need an armoire put together, a pool table put together, disassembled, all that kind of nice, neat, fun stuff. Anything you did not want to have, what do you call it? The movers, what they get, 15, 20 bucks an hour? Look at it this way. If you have an antique chandelier or a grandfather clock, an armoire, something really valuable, and you don't want the movers to touch it, you want a professional to come in and take care of it, pack it, insure it, to make sure it gets point A to point B safely, I'm the guy. Yeah, so we serviced around New England, and I drove constantly. I'd go to work when the sun came up, and I didn't get home until the sun went down. And my dad said, hey, you want the business, you can have it. I said, no, thank you, Dad. Something about going to work with the sun, in the dark, and coming home in the dark didn't really thrill me. But I did a lot of driving. So drop me your number, we can chat. I know it's a long-ass road. It's a long-ass road. Driving from Tampa, St. Pete, all the way up to the Boston area, 1,500 miles. It'd take me 26 hours. So, hey, I always like talking to people on the phone while I'm driving. Okay, Richard, I just started getting into call and put spreads. I like the margin idea. Thoughts on spreads? Okay, Richard, I love spreads. I really do. Let me show you something. You might not like this idea, though, Richard. Okay, don't. All right, let's find a good one. Let's take a look at GoDaddy. Look at GoDaddy right here. Okay, just as a spread trade. Last 30 days. 30-day bottom, she shoots up. There's your 30-day top. Here's your new bottom right there. 1, 2, 3, 4 days to the upside. The 127. You want a spread? Check this out. Spread. Let me think. She's going up, so do the 127, 128. There you go, 127, 128. What do you think? Or let's do the 126, 127. That's a safer trade. Let's take a look at that one. $126, $127. Okay, so the current price right now, Richard, you ready for this? Richard, take a look at this. The current price right now is 127.22. So a spread trade would look like this. I would buy the 126s and I would sell the 127s. Okay? Buy the 126s, sell the 127s. Right now, the stock is at 127.22. It's already in the money. All the stock has to do is stay above 127 by Friday. Okay, what's it costing you? It's costing you 58 cents per share or $58 per contract. And what's the most that you can make out of it? Well, the most you can make is $1. Okay? Between 126 and 127, the spread is $1. That's it. But you're paying 58 cents. So what's left? 42. So your profit is 42. Well, let's do a little bit of math. Okay, there it is right there, and here we go. Alrighty, alrighty. So, okay, buy one vertical. Here it is. GDDY, 26 December. That's this coming Friday. The 126, 127, you're paying 58 cents. Your max profit is 42 bucks. What is it costing you? 59 bucks. Let's do the math real quick. Are you ready for this, Richard? Profit is 42. Okay? Always take the profit first. You divide it by the cost of the trade, including commissions and fees, $59.32. Okay, divide that by $59.32, and you come up 32. You come up with a total of 70% for 1 week, Richard. 70% for 1 week. And all the stock has to do is stay exactly where it is. So here's the neat thing. Stocks go 3 different ways. They go up, they go down, and they go sideways. Okay, so if the stock goes up, you make your profit. If the stock stays the same, goes absolutely nowhere, you make your profit. This stock can even drop down from 127.22 to a break even. The break even is right there, 126.58. All it has to do is stay where it is. Goes up, you win. Stays where it is, you could even go all the way down to 126.58 and you'll still make a profit. But as long as she's above 127 flat, goes 3 ways. Up, you win. Sideways, you win. Down a little bit, you still win. Sounds great, right? Unfortunately, okay, for every one of these you lose, you need to win on 3. Okay, I used to do spreads all the time. I love them. They're great. They're awesome. Stocks move 3 ways. Up, you win. Sideways, you win. Even down, you win. Down a little bit, you win. But if they go down, you have to win 3 trades for every one that you lose. Yeah, I used to do that years ago. I just don't do it anymore. It takes too much time and effort to to manage them. So I basically just do covered calls nowadays because it's simple, it's easy, it's less than 5 minutes a day for me. I'm in amount, I'm 5 minutes, it's 1%. 1% of my portfolio on a weekly basis is perfectly fine for me. You want more? Fine, you do it. They're great. They work awesome. They do when they work. But you got to remember, they don't work all the time. Okay, once in a while, you get 1 bad trade, 1 week, you got to make 3 to make up for it. So I just don't do them anymore. Okay, so let's get out of that. That was just a rough idea how it works. Okay. All right, load flow. I remember Dr. Dev. Cool. Is it time to sell AMD? Ooh, let's check it out. AMD, Advanced Micro Devices, AMD. Ooh, interesting. Check it out. The high, the low. Where was it? Where is it? Look at this. Down, up, down, up, down, up. Okay. The 213. Whoa, no, 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 no. I don't want to do verticals. I want to do singles. 213. Ooh, 495. But it's currently at 217. Okay, that works too. Well, let's take a look. And look at here. Your top, your bottom. Now she's 2 days up. Great, great. Let's zoom in. Last 30 days. Right there. Here's your last 30 days. Here's your top. Here's your bottom. Look at this. Up, down, up, down, up. Here's your bottom. 2 days to the upside. 1, 2. Awesome. I love 2 days to the upside on the bottom. Okay, so let's take a look at the last 30 days. The 21st. There it is, your last 30 days. 30-day bottom, shoots up, back down, back up. 1, 2, awesome. Let's do this. This will be the last one we do for the night. The 217s right there. Let's get rid of this. Covered call. The 217s. One contract. At the market. Here you go. Here we go. Yes, John, I know that. Buy one covered call AMD 26 December. The set 217.50 call option. 319 is the profit. 21,000 is the investment. Richard, so you keep the spread tight. I was doing 2.5 and 5s, and it's sweating, getting stuck in the middle. Richard, they're great when they work. They really, honestly, dude, they are great when they work. You can get anywhere between, 30 to 150% return every single week. But when they go against you, okay, in down market, they can go against you, then one after another. Now it's like a domino effect. And then all of a sudden, all your profits is just disappearing, trying to tread water. Yeah, I mean, I've been trading for 30 years, brother. I love those spreads. Yes, John, I'm aware it has no dividends. I'm looking because somebody asked me to take a look. Okay, so AMD, here we go. 319 is the profit, 21,000 is the investment. What is that? What's this? What's this? There's something in the air. What's this? What's this? There's white stuff everywhere. Okay, 21,431. 1.5%. Why the hell not? If you like this, but this company doesn't have any dividends. We're just doing it because somebody asked. And that's the only reason. So let's do this. 1.5. Yep, that will give us 6 for the night. Come on. There it is. AMD. Covered call. 26 December. The 217s. 319. 21. It's 1.5%. We got a lot of 1.5% this week. Here we go. 1.5. Yeah, buddy. Okay, so as the new year's coming, we're going to change things up a little bit. We're going to create what is called the trade vault. Okay? Now, I usually don't try to sell anything nowadays, but nowadays we are because we're bringing in more people. So I got to bring in some more people to help me. So yeah, I've got to figure out how to pay them. So we're going to have what's called the trade vault. So every trade that I do, I'm actually going to put it in the trade vault. And where is it? It is going to be, hold on. Where is it? There it is right there. right there if you need it. Okay? That QR code, just take a quick picture of that, take you to the website, which will take you to the vault. And that shows you every single trade that I'm doing this week. And every week, we're going to update it. Every single trade on Mondays. Because I do all my trading on Mondays. So Mondays, take a picture of it, put it there. All right, that being said, we're basically done for the evening. I'm going to sit down and answer some questions. What kind of questions do we have? All righty. All right. CVS. Mike, I like CVS. Let's look at it tomorrow. Yep, I had Mara too. Pfizer. Okay, see if we'll take a look at Pfizer tomorrow. EOG tomorrow. Johnny Boy, we'll take a look at MAS tomorrow. My Eviana. Abbott Labs. Okay. What? Abbott Labs. Let's take a look at that. ABT, Abbott Labs. Let's delete this. Let's go back to here. Let's go to there. All right, so you bought Abbott Labs at 128. Okay, hold on a second. I'm trying to figure this one out. Last week. Okay, I'm a little confused, but all right, let's take a look. Okay, my Eviana. Okay, so last week. You got it at 128. Why? Okay, here's your top. She drops down here to 121. 121, you got 1, 2, 3, 4 days. Yeah, I can kind of see it. Okay, kind of. Okay, to the 128. So you're still at 128. The 128s are 23. The 128's right there. The 128s are paying 23. Granted, it's not 1%, but you missed the opportunity. Okay? Or you can do the 127s. They're paying 43. Okay, not the greatest in the world. Currently 125.45. The 125, yeah, the 126 is down. Nope, the numbers aren't looking that good. But here's the thing. Okay, before you came here, and learned that you can get weekly cash flow. Now remember I told you about the analogy using the vending machine. Okay, so your vending machine is 128. Right there. Okay, last week I'm going to make the assumption that you got your one. Okay, now it's at 125, 129. Why would you do the 129s? Okay, my Ivayana, why the 129s? Why not the 128s or the 127s? See, I don't know. But here's the thing. That's this week. So you pick up whatever it is, okay? Fine, it's money, great. Next week, what's it going to do next week? Well, next week, January 2nd, the 128s are going for 63. Well, that's a lot better, right? Okay, and the 129s next week are going for 39. So you don't have to sell this week's, you could sell next week's or the week after. But think of it that what do you call that? The vending machine analogy I gave you. All right, so you got it at 128. Great. How much did you pick up last week? And you get to pick up the dividends also. So if you sell the 128s this week, you pick up a couple $100. Okay, fine. Next week, you do the same thing. Always keep in mind what you paid for it, 128.02. Okay, fine. Well, you can sell the 128s, pick up 23, pick up 63. You can even go all the way out to the end of January and pick up 178. Most people, before they came here and learned that you can do this every week, they would just buy a stock and collect the dividend once every 90 days. Okay, so here you got your first premium. Great. Well, Abbott Labs does pay a dividend. Okay, so you're going to be getting that dividend if you hold it long enough. Now you got a premium last week, okay? So you can pick up another premium this week, another premium next week, another premium next week. You can get a premium every single week until it hits your 128. Don't do the 129s, not for 2 cents. You're at 128.02. Sell the 128s. Take it to higher premium. The difference between the 128 and the 129 is a huge difference. It's like a 50% difference, almost 50% difference. Anyway, I hope that makes sense. Don't sell at a loss. Keep the premiums coming in. Keep the cash flow coming in. When it hits your target 128, let it go. Pick up something else. If it's not giving you 1%, it's not going to get 1% every single. I say it all the time. My goal is 1%. My average is 1.4. Well, because out of all the positions that I have, okay, out of all the positions that I have, okay, not all of them give me 1% every week. Some give me 2, some give me 3. Every once in a while, okay, every once in a while I get something bigger. Look at 3.4, 1.4, 2.7, 1.7, 3, 1.5. Oh, look at this one. Look at this one right here. 0.4. 0.4. I only made $879 off of this account. That 1 week, what week was this? Week 25, June 16th to the 20th. But look what I did the very next week. Week 26, 6.2. Okay, so week 26, I got 6.2. Week 25, I got 0.4. Does it happen every single week? No. Once in a while, I'll get less than 1%. But most of the time, it's usually more than 1. 1.5, 1.7. Look at this one, 6.2, 0.9, 0.94, 0.75, 3.4, 0.98, 1.07. Oh, I haven't done those yet. I'll have to do those. But it doesn't work all the time, but most of the time, its average is 1.4% every single week. All right, next. Questions. I got a lot of questions. All right. Also picked up Procter & Gamble last week, and it expired. Cost $144, now at $144. Sell the 145s. Okay, 0.96. Oh, that's close to 1%. Ooh, wait a second. Wait. So the 145s for 0.96, or the 146s for 1 point. I'd do the 146s. It's a better number. How's the boat coming along? Oh, fiat money is fake money. Yeah, I'm well aware of that. The boat's coming along nicely. I actually have another website. It's called The Adventures of Papa G. Yeah, the boat's going to be in that one. All that kind of nice, neat, fun stuff. Abbott Labs. If you're going to be holding, blah, blah, 129 because you're on 2% premium. Yep. And the 2% dividend. Cool beans. Ooh, I see Dell, Intel. Ooh, look at tomorrow. XLRE. Can you give a prediction on iron? Hell no, it's not on my list. I'm very particular of what stocks I do. Okay, it looks like iron's going up. That's my prediction. But then hell, I get my 5-year-old grandson can tell you the same thing. Okay, here's where it was. Shoots up, pulls back. Now it's bouncing right there. Okay, here's your top. Down, whoops, down, up, down. Yep, now she's going up. 39.92, the 40s are going, oh yeah, nice numbers. And look, after hours, it's already going up. But I don't do iron, it's not in my list. When you're looking at EX dates calendar, when do you start looking to get in prior to the EX dates? 2 weeks. Yeah, look at 86, knew that number. Okay, I just looked at IREN. Superlative, how much of your portfolio would you ever put on one stock in case it goes pear-shaped and you need a dollar cost? Okay, I like to keep it below 20%. Okay, so if I have 100 grand, it's 20,000, 20,000, 20,000, 20,000. If I got $1 million, it's 200,000, 200,000, 200,000, 200,000. Pay attention to that. This is week we have 4 days, not 5. Yep, got that one. My Alexa started playing. EOG, that's funny. Lorenzo, Dell tomorrow. Jeff, EOG tomorrow. Jimmy Long, Marvin. Got it. Thanks. You're welcome. Scratch. Taco Eater, how are you doing? Load flow. Truck drivers work all the time. That's why I'm transitioning to dispatch. Ooh, don't blame you. Puts are so confusing. Yes, they are. That's why I didn't teach them to my 9-year-old daughter. It was covered calls only. Last request, QDTE, tomorrow, Marvin. Tomorrow. All right, Paul Goodward, good evening. Your inbox is full. Probably is. I sold a premium already for 0.8. Nothing wrong with 0.8. Think about it. 0.8 multiplied by 52, because it's 52 weeks in a year. Let's do this. 0.8 multiplied 52 comes to a grand total of 41%. What the hell's wrong with that? Alrighty, all that being said, you guys have a great night, and we're going to do this all over again tomorrow. Tomorrow. What do we have down here? Okay, wait. Dollar cost average. Yep, that works. Sounds like Nike on Friday. Yep, got that one. Okay, average trading, Nike was almost 15 million daily. After earnings, next day it was 15 million shares by 10. Right after predict, okay, all right, whatever. Okay, got that one.
I want to take a look at Hertz.
You want to take a look at Hertz?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You got a minute?
I don't know. You didn't say please.
Please.
Just the part where I tell you to piss up a tree?
Yeah, I'm used to it already.
You're used to it already? All right, here we go. Take a look. Hertz, the high of the year, 950. The bottom of the year, what was that, 265? Holy cow. All right, up, down, up, down. Woo, look at this. Last couple of weeks, just going sideways. Nice. Last 90 days. Okay, your top, your bottom. Where was it? Where is it? Look, it's down, up, down, sideways. 515. Okay, well, we're at 522 after hours. And the 550. The 550 is going between 5 and 10. Well, let's take a look at the seasonality. What does this thing normally do? Normally. I don't know. What do you think? This is what it normally does. Sideways for the last part of the year. What do you think? Sideways for the last part of the year. Look at the beginning of the year. What does it normally do in January? All right, look at that. The first 2 weeks. First 2 weeks of January. So you get the last 2 weeks of December and the first 2 weeks of January basically just going sideways. So no big up moves and no big down moves. So the covered call, are you thinking of jumping in or do you already have it?
No, I'm thinking about jumping in.
Okay, so let's take a look at the 550s. The 550s, here we go. Buy one covered call, Hertz, 26 December, $5.50. 42 is the profit, 508 is the investment. Well, let's do a quick little calculations. 42.50 divided by 508. 8.3%. Hell yeah. I gotta write that one down. HTZ. Yeah, so I got Dow and Hertz for tomorrow. All right, 8%. I could do 8%. Why the hell not?
Absolutely.
Just gotta find it. Where does it go? There it is. Right here. There we go. What do you think of my new board, Mark?
I love it. It's great.
One
Even
covered.
better now that you're learning how to use it.
Yeah, my son comes up every once in a while and he says, I got something new for you. Okay, 26 December, the 550 call option. $42 is the profit. 508 per contract. Holy cow. Hertz is a filler stock. Yeah, it is. All righty. How do you determine the strike price when the stock price is in between two strikes? Captain, I take a look at both of them. Okay? Which one's safer? Which one's more profitable? Me personally, I go with the safer. I go safety rather than profitability. That makes sense? All right. It is 11:33. I'm out of here. You guys have a great night. We're going to do this all again tomorrow. Have a great night, everyone. And we'll see you tomorrow. Bye, guys. Come on. Come on. Doesn't want to turn off. And now the end is near, and so I face the final curtain. What are you talking about? Spreads. Can you name the vocab? I'll Google it. Okay, vino. Vino, a spread is the difference between what you buy and what you sell. So if I buy it at 16 and sell at 17, the spread is the difference between the two. That's only $1. But if I'm paying 52 cents per share, my max profit is 42 cents. Not a lot, but still 80% profit. Or was it 70%? It was a nice profit. But I don't do spreads anymore because, I kept losing and it's like, I don't want to do it. You guys have a great night and we'll see you all again tomorrow. And now the end is near.